As you age, especially after 50, your blood vessels begin to gradually lose their flexibility. This process doesn't happen suddenly. It starts slowly, without noise. At first, you may not notice anything significant, but over time, subtle signals begin to appear. You wake up feeling an unusual heaviness. Your energy isn't what it used to be. You feel cold in your hands or feet. Or you notice that your body doesn't respond with the same efficiency. The problem is that most people ignore these signals because they think they're normal or just part of aging. But the truth no one tells you is that these signs are often the first warning before they develop into bigger problems. And most people who reach that stage say the same thing. I didn't expect it started this simply. What's even worse is that many people try to fix the problem in a way that actually makes it worse without realizing it. They buy expensive supplements, try popular remedies, or mix different powders in water, thinking they're treating the cause. But the shocking truth is that this very method is the reason all their attempts fail. And the strange part is that this same mistake makes many people believe the problem is in their body, when in reality, it's in the method. Because when these compounds enter the stomach in a water-based environment, they're exposed to acids and enzymes, which break down a large portion before they're absorbed. This simply means you're not getting the benefit you think you are, no matter what ingredients you use. And that's why many people feel like they're trying everything without any real change. But here's the most important question. If the problem isn't in the ingredients, then what's the solution? The solution is simpler than you think, but it requires you to change the way you think. If you want your body to benefit from these compounds, you need to deliver them in a fat-based medium, not a water-based one. And this is the point that changes everything. Yet most people ignore it, even though it's fundamental. And this is where a simple element comes in. But it makes a real difference. Extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil doesn't just act as a source of fat, it acts as a smart carrier. When these compounds are mixed with it, it coats and protects them as they pass through the digestive system, allowing them to reach the intestines and then the bloodstream, where they can perform their real function. It's as if instead of sending these elements through a path full of obstacles, you're giving them a direct route to the target. And this is where the results begin to change. But we haven't reached the most important point yet, because there are two very simple ingredients that, when used this way, can make a noticeable difference. Not after months, but you begin to notice it gradually within days. And this is the part most people ignore. The first ingredient is unsweetened raw cocoa powder. It may seem simple, but it's not. This type of cocoa contains compounds that help blood vessels relax, allowing blood to flow more smoothly. And when this flow improves, many things begin to change. Higher energy, a feeling of lightness, and better overall responsiveness from your body, as if something has started working again from within. But here's the paradox. This benefit almost disappears when cocoa is consumed with water alone, but when it's mixed with olive oil, its absorption improves significantly, and its effect becomes much stronger. And that's the difference most people don't notice. The second ingredient is turmeric, with a very small pinch of black pepper. Turmeric works to reduce inflammation inside the body, and this inflammation is one of the main factors that affect blood vessel efficiency over time. But turmeric alone isn't enough, because its absorption is weak. This is where black pepper comes in, helping the body absorb turmeric much more effectively. And when these components are combined, in the presence of olive oil, you get a mixture that works in an integrated way. Each element supports the other, working from different angles, but with one goal. Now, we get to the part everyone is waiting for, the method. Take 1 tablespoon of high-quality extra virgin olive oil, preferably cold-pressed. Add 1 teaspoon of unsweetened raw cocoa powder and half a teaspoon of turmeric with a very small pinch of black pepper. Mix these ingredients well until you get a smooth blend. Then consume it directly. But timing here isn't a small detail, it's a decisive factor. The best time to use this mixture is about 30 to 60 minutes before sleep, because during sleep, the body enters a phase of internal repair, where it works to restore balance, renew cells, and improve its functions. When you provide it with these components at this time, it's more ready to benefit from them, because biological processes are at their peak. But pay close attention. because there are two common mistakes that can ruin everything and make everything you're doing worthless. The first mistake, using low-quality olive oil. Refined or poor-quality oil doesn't give the same result and reduces the benefit, or even does the opposite without you noticing. The second mistake, heating this mixture. High heat destroys the properties of these components, making them less effective and completely undermining the idea, even if you do everything else correctly. And there's one final point that can't be ignored, and most people only realize it too late. This method isn't suitable for everyone. If you have certain health conditions or take medications, especially those that affect blood thinning, you must consult your doctor before trying this approach, because using it improperly leads to unwanted results. And now, after seeing the full picture, ask yourself honestly, how many times have you tried different methods and didn't get the result you were looking for? And how many times did you think the problem was in the ingredients when it was actually in the method? The real question now isn't whether this method will work or not. It's whether you'll keep repeating the same mistake every day or change the method starting today. Because sometimes the real difference isn't in something complex, but in a simple detail most people overlook, yet it changes everything. And if you found this explanation helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.